activity, to a final identification with the one life. Form awareness has to give place to the qualified radiation of the self-conscious spiritual identity, which is that of the Son of God, appearing through form. This will be finally superseded by two phases of expression wherein there is 1. A sense of divine synthesis, of which our bodily well-being is the lowest form of material, yet symbolic, reflection. It is a sense of coordinated blissful satisfaction, based on realized being. 2. A withdrawal from even this life awareness to a phase still more intensive and detached, which involves an awareness of the life of God itself, free from form, but still, in a mysterious sense, aware of quality. In the language of mysticism it might be expressed this way. I take a body. That body is alive. I know its life. I therefore know my mother. I use a body. That body is not me. I serve the group, and in this serving live within the body, detached, a Son of God. I know myself. I infuse a body. I am its life, and in that life shall I see life. That life is known as love. I am the love of God. I know the Father, and know His life is love. I am the body and its loving life. I am the self, whose quality is love. I am the life of God Himself. The Mother, Father, Son am I. Behind these three there stands the unknown God. That God am I. Let us be perfectly clear even at the expense of reiteration. In this treatise, though we may touch upon form and consider its nature, we shall lay emphasis upon self-consciousness as it expresses itself as responsiveness, as awareness of a peculiar kind which we call the quality of consciousness, or its inherent characteristic. We have always the subsidiary triplicities, which are only adjectival terms employed to express the quality of the appearing life. Form mutability, conscious response to radiation. Matter. Self-consciousness responsiveness. Awareness of identity. Soul. Life immutability. Emanation. Cause. Source. Spirit. The synthesis of all these in manifestation we call God, the isolated, the all-pervading, the detached, and the withdrawn. The above abstract truths are difficult of apprehension, but need here to be expressed, so that our platform is understood and we are not open to the criticism that we neglect reality and regard diversity as the only truth. We shall now answer 5 questions that I have formulated, and answer for the reader. Question 1. What is the soul? Can we define it? What is its nature? Here I shall give but 4 definitions which will serve as a basis for all that follows. A. The soul can be spoken of as the Son of the Father and of the Mother, spirit matter, and is therefore the embodied life of God, coming into incarnation in order to reveal the quality of the nature of God, which is essential love. This life, taking form, nurtures the quality of love within all forms, and ultimately reveals the purpose of all creation. This is the simplest definition for average humanity, being couched in the language of mysticism, thus linking the truth as found in all religions. It is necessarily inadequate, for it fails to emphasize the truth that what can be posited of man can also be posited of the cosmic reality, and that just as a human appearance on earth veils both the quality and purpose, in varying degree, so does that synthesis of all forms, or appearances, within that unity which we call a solar system, veil the quality and purpose of deity. It is only when man is no longer deluded by appearance and has freed himself from the veil of illusion that he arrives at a knowledge of the quality of God's consciousness and at the purpose which it is revealing. This he does in a triple way. A. He discovers his own soul, the product of the union of his Father in heaven with the Mother or the material nature. This last is the personality. He then, having discovered the personality, discovers the quality of his own soul life, and the purpose for which he has appeared. B. He finds that this quality expresses itself through 7 aspects, or basic differentiations, and that the septenate of qualities colors, esoterically, all forms in all kingdoms in nature, thus constituting the totality of the revelations of the divine purpose. This, he finds, is essentially a septenary aggregation of energies, each energy producing differing effects and appearances. This discovery he makes by finding that his own soul is tinctured by one of the 7 ray qualities, that he is identified with his ray purpose whatever it may be and is expressing a particular type of divine energy. See, from this point he proceeds to a recognition of the entire septenate, and upon the path of initiation he gains a glimpse of a unity, hitherto unrealized, nor even sensed. Thus from a consciousness of himself, man arrives at an awareness of the interrelation between the 7 basic energies, or rays. And from that he proceeds to a realization of the triple deity, until at the final initiation, the 5th, he finds himself consciously at one with the unified divine intent lying behind all appearances and all qualities. It might be added that initiations, higher than the 5th, reveal a purpose wider and deeper than that which is working out within our solar system. The purpose of our manifested logos is but a part of a greater intent. It might also be noted that in the 4th kingdom of nature, on the path of evolution and of probation, a man arrives at a knowledge of his individual soul, and glimpses the quality and purpose of that soul. On the path of discipleship and of initiation, he glimpses the quality and purpose of his planetary life, and discovers himself as a part of a ray life, which is appearing through the form of a planet and is embodying an aspect of the divine purpose and energy. After the 3rd initiation he glimpses the quality and purpose of the solar system. He sees his ray life and energy as a part of a greater whole. These are but modes of expressing the emerging quality and the hidden purpose of the graded lives which inform all appearances and color them with quality. B. The soul can be regarded as the principle of intelligence, and intelligence whose characteristics are mind and mental awareness, which in turn demonstrate as the power to analyze, to discriminate, to separate, and to distinguish, to choose or to reject, with all the implications conveyed in these terms. As long as a man is identified with the appearance, these aspects of the mental principle produce in him the great heresy of separateness. It is the appearance of the form nature that glamours him and completely deludes him. He regards himself as the form, and then proceeds from a realization of himself as the material form, and as identified with the outer appearance, to a realization of himself as an insatiable desire. He then becomes identified with his desire body, with his appetites, good and bad, and considers himself as one with his moods, his feelings, his longings, whether they ray out in the direction of the material world or inward toward the world of thought or the kingdom of the soul. He is torn by a sense of duality. Later, he becomes identified with still another of the appearances, with the mind, body or nature. Thoughts become to him so tangible that he is swayed, turned and influenced by them. And to the world of material appearances, and to the world of the great illusion is added the world of thought forms. He is then subjected to a triple illusion, and he, the conscious life behind the illusion, begins to unify the forms into one coordinated whole, in order the better to control them. Thus the personality of the soul makes its appearance. He stands then on the verge of the probationary path. He enters the world of quality and of value, and begins to discover the nature of the soul and to shift the emphasis from the appearance to the quality of the life which has produced it. This identification of the quality with the appearance grows steadily upon the path until the fusion of quality and appearance, of energy and that which it energizes, is so perfect that appearance no longer veils the reality, and the soul is now the dominant factor. Consciousness is now identified with itself, or with its ray, and not with its phenomenal appearance. Later, the soul itself is superseded by the monad, and that monad becomes, in verity, embodied purpose. The process can be expressed by a very simple symbology, as follows. U, or U. O or O. U, thus portraying the separateness of the three aspects. The union, then, of the aspects of appearance, quality, purpose or life, results in an abstraction from the appearance, and therefore the end of phenomenal existence. Ponder on the simple arrangement of these signs, for they portray your life and progress. Involved man. O. Appearance, quality, life. Disciple. O. Appearance, quality, life. Initiate. O. Appearance, quality, life. Finally, within the circle of infinity. This is true of the human being, of the Christ in incarnation. It is equally true of the cosmic Christ, of God incarnate in the solar system. In the system a similar fusion and blending is going on, and the separated aspects are entering into an evolutionary relationship, resulting in an eventual synthesis of appearance and quality, and then of quality and purpose. It might be noted here that the hierarchy as a whole is distinguished by the sign O. U. The new group of world servers by the sign U. O. And the involved masses by O. Forget not that in all three groups, as in nature, there are the intermediate stages composed of those who are on their way to a transitional accomplishment. The work before all students of this treatise on the seven rays is the fusion of quality and appearance, and therefore they need to study the nature of that quality in order to produce a true appearance. In the ancient rules given to mystics in Atlantean times we find these words. Let the disciple know the nature of his Lord of love. 7. The aspects of the love of God. 7. The colors of that manifesting one. 7-fold the work. 7. The energies and 7-fold the path back to the center of peace. Let the disciple live in love, and love in life. In those olden days no thought of purpose entered into the minds of men, for the race was not mental nor was it intended so to be. The emphasis was laid upon the quality of the appearance in all preparation for initiation, and the highest initiate of that time endeavored to express only the quality of God's love. The plan was the great mystery. The Christ, cosmic and individual, was sensed and known, but purpose was as yet veiled and unrevealed. The noble eightfold path was not known, and only 7 steps into the temple were seen. With the coming in of the Aryan race, the purpose and the plan began to be revealed. Only when the appearance is beginning to be dominated by quality, and consciousness is expressing itself in directed awareness through the form, is the purpose dimly sensed. I seek in various ways to convey through the symbol of words the significance of the soul. The soul is therefore the Son of God, the product of the marriage of spirit and matter. The soul is an expression of the mind of God, for mind and intellect are terms expressing the cosmic principle of intelligent love, a love which produces an appearance through the nature of mind and thus is the